En su hotel en Bogotá, antes de participar en la entrega de los premios de periodismo Simón Bolívar, Gay Talese hace honor a su fama de ser un caballero y vestir de manera impecable. El autor de libros de culto como Honrarás a tu padre, Vida de un escritor y El silencio del héroe, nos contó de sus comienzos como orgulloso reportero.
I always thought of journalism as a calling, not a profession. A calling, as people who join a church and become a pastor or a priest or a rabbi are supposed to be elevated above the somewhat loose standards of morality and accountability and idealism. I always thought journalists should be parts of idealism, not so well paid as you know, but they have a valuable place to play in a society to keep it informed with what really happened, not with what some unidentified source said happened, because that unidentified source may be privately a propagandist or a lobbyist for some issue in government.
Last week it was revealed that the University of Texas at Austin, they revealed a huge part of the archive of Gabriel Garcia Marquez. And there was a list of more than 600 names of correspondents, people who have sent or received letters from Garcia Marquez. And there was your name. So my curiosity is...
Well, I didn't know. I met him in Havana in 1980, I believe it was. I had published a book in that year called Thy Neighbor's Wife. It was published in many countries, a very controversial book. It was about morality or immorality. It was really about immorality in film, in writing. But I always believed that what is immoral, like at one time, Ulysses by James Joyce was considered pornography, as you know. And I go one time, it was not my hotel, but it was some public building. And who was there? Gabriel Garcia Marquez. I said, Jesus, my God, what an honor to meet you. I read all his work. He said, oh, honored to meet you too. I read Thy Neighbor's Wife. I said, Jesus, what a guy. He read Thy Neighbor's Wife. He didn't think it was smut. He was reading.
Did you like it?
Yeah, he said he did. Yeah, and then I met him years ago in Rome by accident. I mostly meet people by accident. I love that's the way to meet people. If you can't have an appointment, they break the appointment or it's staged or, you know. This is not staged. This was just impromptu meeting. What a giant, he was a journalist, as you know.
I think this is the third time for you in Colombia, right? How did you like it the previous times?
First time I came, quite by accident, I met some wonderful people. And when I meet wonderful people, I hold on to them. So these persons I met from Bogota, people of course, when they come to New York, they see me and they stay with me and I respond to their hospitality. So my friendship is a continuation beginning in Bogota. You know, I even discovered, if I make reaches, this hat
He's from Colombia.
is from Bogota.
No kidding.
Yeah, made here. This company, read that.
Yeah, I remember. Verbizio.
I have 40 hats made here. Now I don't get them here. I buy them from a man who comes to New York. His name is Bruno La Coraza. And they have the La Coraza here. I guess he is. But he's been in this country and his family for a couple generations.
Talese es un poco escéptico sobre la veracidad de los medios periodísticos en Estados Unidos, y esta es su opinión sobre la situación actual.
Well, if I'm to believe what I read, and I fortunately don't believe what I read, but if you believe some of what you read, you're hearing only bad things for journalism, mostly having to do with the lack of advertising.
Yeah.
And this is dangerous because I tell you, if you have a fear of losing more and more advertising, which of course you need to succeed and survive, you're going to be more careful. And you don't want to offend advertisers. When you reach a point where you don't want to offend the advertiser, especially with your politics, this is what's so terrible about America. America's become much more nationalistic since the attack on 9/11. More nationalistic, more patriotic, and this idea of living up to a certain majority standard with regard to what you say and what you don't say, making what you don't say if it's unpopular, you don't want to say it because people are going to turn on you. You're unpatriotic, you go live somewhere else. That's dangerous, and I'm afraid so much of what we have in America today is that. We criticize other governments for censorship. Oh, Putin and in China,
In Venezuela.
In Venezuela, it's bad. We Americans don't want to see the sins of our own society. We want to point to other people all the time. That's not a good thing either.